Spinning, spinning. The spinning wheels. Let's see. I have no way of knowing if this is working. Oh, hi. Hi, Ashley. Uh-oh. What just happened? Oh, wait, Siri. Can you hear me? Does it sound okay? I'm live. How's it sound? I do see comments. I see comments over there. Yeah. Can you hear it? Can you hear me? It's working. It's working. Yes, I do want to try the mic. When I jumped off, I had a bucket full of thoughts. When I first jumped off, I held that bucket in my hand. Ideas that would take me all around the world. I stood and watched the smoke behind the mountains curl. It took me a long time to get back on that train. Now I'm gone and I never look back at all. He's gone and he never looking back at all. I'm gone and I'm never going back again. You know I never look back again. I turned my face into the howling wind. It took me a long time to get back on that train. How's it sound? Yes. Oh yeah. Okay. And the uh, the vocals are loud enough. I'm asking you. The vocals. The vocals are loud enough. Like that. I'm getting really bright side light coming in, but we'll just have to deal with it. improvising. Uh-oh. There we go. More. Shit. I can't find my cowbell. Here it is. Is that good? Coming through? Anything for you, Lee?
Oh, this is awesome. I get to just read your comments. 5 o'clock, almost. We're going live at 5. Hey guys, I'm Jamey, Hampton, and you're in my garage studio. I'm just really honored to be here, and I've watched a bunch of these from Artslandia. I want to thank Artslandia for doing the Happy Hour series, and I really, really want to thank uh, Elephant's Deli. They are the presenters for tonight. I have a low chair. I need a phone book. They're the presenters for tonight, and they are doing a delivery service to your home. We indulged ourselves in, we ordered meatballs and broccoli and enchiladas today, which we're going to have for dinner. Um, they have been serving our community for 40 years, and I'm just really happy to. I mean, I was eating at Elephants when they were in up in sort of 23rd area, and for my mother, it was always a splurge. You know, I went to Elephants and I got dinner tonight, and we all went, "Ooh, that's great." So, and then they moved, and I thought, "Oh my God, they're moving. This is terrible." And then I found out, oh, they moved to an even better location. So anyway, shout out to Elephants. They deliver, and their food is awesome. Um, a couple of other things. Oh yeah, really easy to order online. You go onto their website, they have a menu, and they deliver, and they give free delivery for orders over $50. They give you can pick it up at the curbside if you like, or they'll deliver it to your door. I've got to read this because I can't remember all of it. I have trouble remembering all the words to my own songs, let alone. So there's great food that you can eat now, and then you can stock your freezer up. And their Easter and Passover delivery menus are up there, so you can enjoy the holidays, and they're awesome. Okay, so um, I'm gonna do a solo gig tonight, and I just want to tell you briefly what happened. I was going to play tonight with the saxophone player, my dear friend Lee Taylor, and some of you out there who are watching because you know Lee, because Lee is a very gregarious fellow, and when he was going to play with me, he told everybody. So what happened is interesting. He's a man with a huge heart, and last night I set the PA up so we would have all this, great sound and everything. And I was walking out of here, and I must have stepped on a cord, and one of the PA speakers fell down and slammed me right in the back of the calf. It just like, and I fell to the floor, and I went, "Oh my God, I'm okay, I'm fine, running around, it's okay." But it was shocking. And I called Lee, and I said, the funniest thing happened. I just had this sort of almost accident. And he goes, "It's a sign. It's a sign." And I go, "That we're going to rock? What's the sign?" He calls me up today and he says, "I think we need to stay separate. I think we need to honor what needs to be done." And he said, "My brother, I would love nothing more than to play with you." And I felt the same way. And I started to kind of tear up, and I thought about how this whole time that we're in is this sort of navigation of us being close to each other, but separated. It's such an incredible learning opportunity. Um, it brings out uh, the best in people. It brings out the anxieties in people. It brings out fears. It brings out promise. It brings out this kind of commitment to evolution and revolution in the way that we think about being a community and being together. So many of you know me as the co-artistic director of Body Box Dance Company in Portland, Oregon, with my wife and amazing genius artist, Ashley Rowland. For us right now, like I was thinking earlier today, that Body Box dance as a form is, it's congregational. It takes people being together to do it, even kind of in the simplest form of a couple of people going and taking tango lessons together, let alone a modern dance company of 8 people that are like a family that rely on each other, kind of for growth and for artistic expression and showing our souls to the world. We don't have that together now. I mean, we're doing Zoom meetings, but it ain't the same. So this time is a time when we are separated from each other. We have to have great empathy. And that word I borrow from my dear friend Lou Lozada, who has an empathy booth, an online empathy booth. Empathy for everyone, for everyone. When we come out of this, we have to be together. Those of us who are healthy and have made it through this, we have to find new ways to work. And as an arts organization in Portland, Oregon, Body Box is under tremendous pressure right now because we have no shows, no ticket sales, no classes, no people coming in and being part of our community, let alone supporting us with the income that we make. So we're kind of like all the arts organizations now, we're riding this fine line of trying to figure out how to serve our community and trying to figure out how do we still give ourselves to you all in digital formats, teaching classes online. I think we all are going to wish that we had created something like Zoom at some point because it's incredible what Zoom has provided for us to get together. So all the arts organizations and the human service organizations, that whole nonprofit world in Portland and across the country is fragile. In a time like this, it's fragile. And so I'm trying to support other people. I'm trying to be an advocate for their challenges, for other organizations' challenges. And I'm just trying to reach out and stay in touch with everybody and look into my own heart and see what's good for us. And Ashley and I talk about this constantly, about Body Box and how we serve our people and how can we stay healthy so that we're there for you all when you come back. It's a big deal for us. So that was about as long as one of my songs, but I really wanted to talk about that stuff. So I'm going to play some music for you now. Okay, so now we switch over to this microphone thing. You'll notice over here, I've got 3 shot glasses. They're filled with Bull Run's finest fresh water. It's the only container I had in the studio was shot glasses, so I filled it with water. So you don't think I'm over here, I should have it filled with tequila because it is happy hour. But anyway, I'm drinking water. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, can you scream? There we go. There we go. So because I can't look in your eyes, I can just kind of try to peer into your hearts a little bit. And I'll try to feel you. Come a little bit closer, hear what I have to say.
night away. But there's a moon rising, ooh, it's good and set in the light. You know where the music's playing, ooh, let's go out and feel the night. Cause I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. Cause I'm still in love with you. Always, always. When we were strangers, I watched you from afar. And when we were lovers, ooh, I watched you from my heart. But now it's getting late, and the moon is climbing high. Ooh, I wanna celebrate, see it shining in your eyes. Cause I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance again. Cause I'm still in love with you. Always, always. Cause I'm still in love with you. I wanna see you dance. Cause I'm still in love with you. Always, always. Hi. Now I know why when the other folks who play music on these things at the end of a song, they kind of stare out into space. It's funny. Hey, little baby, is your daddy home? Did he go and leave you all alone? I got a bad desire. oh, I'm on fire. Tell me now, baby, is it good to you? Can it do to you those things that I do? I can take you higher. I'm on fire. Sometimes it's like someone took a knife, edgy and dull, and cut a 6-inch valley through the middle of my soul. Night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my chest. I can take you higher. Oh, on fire. Sometimes it's like someone took a knife, edgy and dull, and cut a 6-inch valley through the middle of my soul. Oh, oh, oh. Hey, little baby, how do you hope does it go when you leave you all alone? I got a bad desire. Oh, oh, I'm on fire. Oh, oh, I'm on fire. Oh, oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, I'm on So, a lot of you must have heard this week that American treasured songwriter John Prine was in critical condition with the virus. And I've been listening to John Prine since the 70s, and it's hard to imagine that a person like that might not be around. So I'm really glad to hear that his wife posted and said he's out of critical care, and so I learned a John Prine song a little while ago. My phone is dinging. I'm going to turn it off. Not a great time to get texts. Anyway, this is a beautiful John Prine song, beautiful song called Summer's End. Summer's end, round the bend, just fly. Swimming suits are on the line, just dry. I'll meet you there for our conversation. I hope I didn't ruin your whole vacation. Well, you never know how far from home you're feeling. To watch the shadows crawl across the ceiling. I don't know, but I can see it snowing. And in your car, the windows are wide open. Come on home, come on home. You don't have to be alone. Just come on home. Valentine's break hearts of mine at random. That old Easter egg ain't got a leg to stand on. But I can see that you can't win for trying. And New Year's Eve is bound to leave you crying. Come on home, come on home. Oh, you don't have to be alone. You don't have to be alone. Come on home. The moon and stars hang out in bars just talking. And I still love that picture of us walking. Just like that old house we thought was haunted. Summer's end came faster than we wanted. Come on home, come on home. You don't have to be alone. Come on home, come on home. You don't have to be alone. Come on home. Thank you, John Prine. Well, I put this one up here. Usually takes a band, but I miss my band so much. I miss being with people and doing art. I miss dancing. I miss body box. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to play a band song. Um, and pretend there's a band here. There's mosquitoes on the river, fish are rising up like birds. It's been hot for 7 weeks now, too hot to even speak now. Did you hear what I just heard? Could have been a fiddle. Yes, it might have been the wind. Oh yeah, I can feel it in my feet now. Oh, seems to be a beat now. And here it comes again. There's a band out on the highway. They're high stepping into town. It's a rainbow full of sound. It's fireworks, calliopes, and clouds. Woo! Everybody's dancing. Woo! Come on, children, come on, children, come on, clap your hands. Woo! Well, the sun went down in honey, and the moon came up in wine. The stars were spinning dizzy. The band kept us so busy. We forgot about the time. They're a band beyond description, like Jehovah's favorite choir. Keep joining hand in hand while the music plays the band. They're setting us on fire. Ooh. Oh, crazy rooster crows for midnight. Balls of lightning rolling on. Old men sing about their dreams. Women laugh and children scream. The band keeps playing on. Keep on dancing to the daylight. Greet the morning air with song. No one's noticed, but the band's all packed and gone. Were they ever here at all? Oh, when they kept us dancing. Ooh, yeah. Come on, children, come on, come on, come on, clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap. Well, the cool breeze came on Tuesday, and the corn's a bumper crop. The fields are full of dancing, full of singing and romancing. The music never stops.
Never stop, never stop, never stop. Just keep on dancing. Oh, yeah. No one's noticed, but the band's all packed and gone. Were they ever here at all? Tuning. I'm going to switch to electric guitar. This is a song that I wrote. Hit the light, shut the door, shouldn't say anymore. Settle down, soft spoken, misty eyes, long night, ride a note, heavy words, soft landings, never heard, high tension, new terrain, hard choices, soft rain. Oh, hey, yeah. Private game, play for keeps. Winner loses, loser weeps. Double standard, single mind. Run the risk of running blind. Unintended, I should forgive. It's human nature, I meant no harm. Harsh words, I was not thinking. Long shadows on a very rough night. Oh, hey, 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 yeah. Oh, hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, hey, yeah, yeah. Could be better, this could be worse. This is real, it's not rehearsed.
bright colors on a blue sky, soft kisses on your closed eyes. Settle down, soft spoken, misty eyes, long life. Hit the light, shut the door. Shouldn't say anymore. Shouldn't say anymore. Well, clearly I wrote down more songs than I have time to play, so that's fine. Okay, here's another one I wrote, and I wrote it this week. Sitting alone outside, looking up at the moon, and I thought about the dark side of the moon and how that moon, it rotates, but it never rotates away from us. And so I wrote a song called Dark Side. Lately I've suspected this is true. The moon is a fickle lover. Most of the time she thinks she's just for you. When she's full, you suddenly discover. Late last night she came to me in a dream, turning circles, synchronized with me. She says, see my face, so serene. You never know, there's another side to me. Maybe it's time to look into the dark side. Maybe it's time to let the expectations grow. Holding hands as we jump into the shadows. This might challenge everything you thought you knew. Why should I believe you in the first place? You're the one who showed your other hand, forcing ships to sail and starships to the heavens. And all we wanted was to make our way to solid land, hoping for a simpler way to see things, without the polar tides and full eclipse. Let us reap our harvest on this day of reckoning. Let this secret escape our salty lips. Maybe it's time to look into the dark side, show the way we never hope to sail again. Golden ball crashes in a green flash. Be careful what you wish for, this might be your last wish. Dark side is light, daylight is loading up the night. Nighttime is down, down, down. Downside, see the sun is coming out. For I believe a man should walk a fine line between mystery and grace. And if you cross that line, don't beg us for forgiveness. You were only trying to find your place. True north seems to move around at random. No one knows exactly where to go. Look up in the sky and set your compass to the moon. She will guide you through your darkest night. Maybe it's time to stare into the dark side. Maybe it's time to guess what possibilities lie there. Holding hands as we jump into the shadows. This might challenge everything you thought was fair. Dark side, dark side, reflected in your dark side. That's for the moon. I can't read the comments because they're too far away, so I'm not gonna worry. I'm not worried. Not even gonna think about it. So Ashley's gonna come out and join me. Extraordinary dancer, and what we do almost every day is we play music in the kitchen, and she's a fierce ukulele player, and she's going to come out and join me for the last couple of songs here. But before that, my sisters and I have one wish before we die, and it may sound strange, as if our minds are deranged. Please don't ask us why. Between the sheltering sky, we have this strange obsession. You have the means in your possession, deep in the Sahara, with you. Deep in the Sahara, with you. Your man agreed. You satisfy their need, so they dance for his pleasure. The
sure you could not measure. They wait for him here, the same place every year, beneath the sheltering sky, across the desert he would fly. Tears with you, the tea in the Sahara with you. Sky turned to black, would he ever come back? They would climb a dome, they would pray to the moon, but he never returned. So the sisters would burn as their eyes searched the land, their cups still full of sand. Tea in the Sahara with you, tea in the Sahara with you. Here's Ashley. Deafening applause out there, my love. So the weirdest thing is there's people out there, but we don't see or hear them. We're used to, like, dance is a live art form. We're used to performing to people whose eyes we can look into.
If a concert happens in a forest, is it really happening? Is that what's happening right now? It's kind of a forest up here.
Well, let's see. Do you have
Room?
What are we doing? Yeah, room at the top.
I have every night and room. Which one do you want?
Okay. Well, I'll read room off of you. I don't seem to have it here.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna do a couple of songs because we're almost out of time here. Almost out of time here. So we'll do a couple of songs. We're gonna do let's do room.
Oh, room. Okay.
Oh no, let's do every night. You sounds like you're playing D.
What?
Well, I gotta get off of this. I'm gonna push the camera over. There's Ashley. 2, 3. Every night I just want to go out, get out of my head. Every day I come want to get up, get out of my bed. And every night I want to play out. And every day I want to do. But tonight I just want to stay and be with you. And be with you. Every day I lean on a lamppost, wasting my time. Every day I lay on the pillow, I'm resting my mind. Every morning brings a new day, and every night that day is through. But tonight I just want to stay, be with you, be with you. Oh, believe me, mama. Oh, yeah. Every night I just want to go out of my head. Every day I don't want to get up out of my bed. Thank you very much.
We have to do the Beatles bow after.
You have to do the Beatles bow.
It's so loud in here. It's like Yankee Stadium when the Beatles play. You know, it's just
I can't,
deafening. I can
you
barely
know, I
hear
can't
them
even hear
play.
the amps. We've got stacks of Marshalls and I can't hear a thing.
What?
I need to read these
Do you want to bring
words.
it in the middle?
Yeah, sure. Oh, can you put them on here and I'll turn them up? Just give me the words. Oh, we have words. So we lost some greats and we lost Tom Petty, and Ashley and I love this song because it's so filled with hope and just makes me think of Tom when we play it. I got a room at the top of the world tonight. I can see everything tonight. I got a room for everyone. Have a drink, forget the things that went wrong in their life. I got a room at the top of the world tonight. I got a room at the top of the world tonight. I got a room at the top of the world tonight. And I ain't coming down. Oh, I ain't coming down. I got someone who loves me tonight. I got over $1,000 in the bank. Yes, and I'm alright. Look deep in the eyes of love. Look deep, find out what you would do in your life. I got a room at the top of the world tonight. I got a room at the top of the world tonight. No, I ain't coming I got a room at the top. Oh, I missed that. I'm sorry. Right here. I wish I could feel you tonight. Little one, you're so far away. I wanna reach out, touch your heart. Yeah, like they do on those things on TV. I love you, please love me. I'm not so bad. Love you so. I got a room at the top of the world tonight. I got a room at the top of the world tonight. I got a room at the top of the world tonight. And I ain't coming down. No, I ain't coming down. I said I ain't coming down. I ain't coming down. That was sweet.
Woo!
I think that does it for us. Rock and roll!
Artslandia! Woo!
Let's go up here and talk to them.
It's your guinea pig.
So, I think we're off in a couple of minutes. Thank you again to our presenters, Artslandia.
Elephants.
I mean, our presenters, our presenting format, Artslandia, and thank you to Elephants for supporting the community so much. And don't forget those cool things. You can go online. They have free delivery for orders over $50. They'll deliver, and you can do curbside pickup, and you can bank some really good food in your freezer and warm it up later and go, my God, I was so smart when I did that.
Just jam out on broken. Or jam out on...
Thank you. I'm gonna one more quick thing. Make sure you tune in every day at 5 o'clock for happy hour. And Ashley and I now get to go pour a quarantini because we don't drink and drive or drink. So tomorrow night is Charles Noble, who's principal viola with the Oregon Symphony. He's going to be playing works from Bach and from other composers. And even better than that, he's going to share his top 10 viola jokes. And I know some drummer jokes, but I don't know one viola joke. So thank you again so much. Thank you, Artslandia, and thank you all for tuning in. I think there's a virtual tip jar out here somewhere, if there is, for Body Box. And if you're so inclined, we would be most grateful. But be sure and support your friends and people who need it, and people you don't know. Be kind and be compassionate and empathetic and understanding. And let's make this world a better place through music, food, and
Arts.
communication. and art. Thank you. We're going to jam some more on the way out.
You just play that thing. Better when we're together. Better when we're together. Better when we're together. Ooh, we're better when we're together. Oh, we're better when we're together. Better when we're together.
I don't know, babe, what do you think? Brothers Jam beats chick vocals.
We're going to the kitchen. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye.